You don't seem to be such a bad guy after so many years hanging around together.
Yes, and you're also a cool guy.
You know, just 'cause I look like one of those 90s radical dudes, doesn't mean you can just charm me with your ice puns. How about we discuss our mechs here for a little bit since we are sitting here at this table?
Sure, Zed. So, which one of us should start?
Since I was supposed to be the hero, then maybe I should begin? What do you say? I hope you enjoyed the show. Hello everyone, my name is Steppy, and happy 2023. Yes, it's March. I was busy. What was I doing for the last 3 months? Well, I was finishing a comic that I was working on before the end of 2022, which was a Digimon connected comic. I mean, nobody gives a shit about Digimon, but it was at least fun to draw. Another one was because I was lazy. The third reason, well, I wanted to make a compilation of all the videos that I made in the previous year. However, the videos were so unfunny, uninteresting, and boring. I could barely understand what I was trying to say, and I don't even speak English as my first language. So I decided to remake some of the reviews in the previous year, and well, at least the ones that are very incoherent in my opinion, so that people will at least understand what I was trying to say. So everyone understand? Alright, so it's gonna be a double review once again, which means that I'm gonna review 2 sets in one video, one by one, instead of being comparing 2 on the same time, which definitely feels like a very big mess. There will be timestamps in the description explaining which part of the video is gonna be this set and this part of the video. I'm first reviewing Blizzard Blaster. Is the vehicle of the good guys, which were represented by colors of sand blue and dark blue with the bits of white and trans orange. And of course, every single review always starts. I'm starting with the minifigures. A little bit of warning, I'm probably gonna end up going very far into, talk about the character. So there will be a timestamp saying when I'm gonna have like a final opinion about the minifigure. Everyone got that? Alright. So the first character is exclusive to the set. Zed. All we know about him is that he's a special agent of Alpha Team. He pilots the mech thing, and that's it. There's much no information about the character. He is definitely supposed to be a character that defeats Ogle, or he might have defeated Ogle, more to that later. And well, that's it. The character's design is almost exactly identical to the agent's characters from the 2004, a year before this set came out. The only difference is, well, the colors are sort of inverted, like small details inside those belts now being in blue. Also, the symbol is changed yet again. People theorize that's something related to Jack Stone, which if that's true, then I'll be really disappointed because we all know that Jack Stone is a piece of shit motherfucker that doesn't deserve to live at all. No one likes him. The face of the character is a bit more of a toned down version of those 2004 agent characters. They're very wonky, very edgy 2000s-ish kind of way. Although Zed's face is, in my opinion, pretty good. The mouth is a bit kinda, well, wonky. I mean, it's supposed to be very wide, but I kinda scratched. I kinda want to make it shorter, and I damaged the head. Most interesting part about him is the hair. There are very few characters even back in the day that had that kind of multicolor hair going on, that sort of anime thing. This guy also has a special gradient-like effect with the halftone, which already makes the character very unique design. Another one also being this weird checker pattern on the side of this head, which I consider both wonky and unique because it gives a sort of anime-esque design. Well, at least if you watch JoJo, that is. Although the blue goatee looks a bit wonky, I kind of want to scratch it, but I honestly don't want to damage the minifigure. In my opinion, he's a pretty cool character. He also comes with the black motorcycle helmet, which is also pretty rare to this day. So overall, kind of wonky character, but in a good, charming way that honestly makes him more iconic and unique character. The other character is just an average ogle minion droid thing, which is not even explained anymore what kind of character it's supposed to be. Originally they're supposed to be mind control people. I guess for this one, in my opinion, they are robots. I don't know if I can see how both having mind freezing orbs and mind control orbs at the same time will be consistent, but detail on this character is most interesting, well, of course, being the helmet, being this trans-minion insectoid's helmet. There's also nothing much else going on. The symbol that represents bugs, which also was the new symbol for ogle, being the bug shape. Overall design being very insect-like. It's an insectoid. And the only thing I have a complaint really is just with the color palette that they chose, that instead of having a dark red on the one side and black on the other, in this one is reddish brown and black, which it's really dumb idea. They could have just make it red and then darker on the other side. Instead they decided to go with this reddish brown to make it more darker and not as bright. I guess to not confuse kids, because both sides use black as their main color. But I mean, his eye looks very demonic, so I don't see how that will be confusing. Well, overall, pretty good figure if you're that sort of kind of type of Two-Face fan like me. You know, whole split. That's always looks pretty cool. But before I'm gonna talk about the mech, the set also comes with the opposite team small vehicle alongside of it. This one is some sort of robo ant. In short, let's call it Antbot. They only exist to carry more of these world freezing orbs, with the apparent purpose for ogle was to freeze the entire world by freezing the desert area, and the light keeps flashing around. Please ignore that. The vehicle itself is very simple. It consists of like 13 pieces. There's also these technique pins here that makes up this, which is also pretty cleverly done, that uses very old bionicle pieces that no longer exist, of course, to make that sort of more evilish looking thing. Nowadays it will of course be all made of mostly probably technique, but probably mostly bricks, since nowadays Lego is mostly just bricks. But overall, even for back then, it's not exactly that bad looking vehicle. It does its job. The thing that I don't like about this thing, there's no controls. That's how the character sits. So my only theory is that the stats on this slope might be some sort of control thing, and it makes at least the stats have some kind of purpose to it instead of just being there for Lego aesthetic. But overall, the vehicle does its job like I said, so yeah. Now, moving on to the vehicle. That is a very unique looking vehicle for the good guys. Even to this day, it's still the most unique thing ever designed. Well, first of all, the color scheme. It's, in my opinion, one of the greatest color combination together. The dark blue and sand blue mixed with white and the trans orange bits. I myself prefer more neon colorish look, but this does really well. It makes the vehicle look more pop. The original Alpha Team vehicles also had dark blue, but it was mostly black, dark blue, sand blue, white, orange, a lot of colors when you think about it. This one decided to tone down the black for more use of dark blue. There's the bits of black like the technic parts and also these laser cannons that built very simply, but it also makes it again pop even more with the dark blue. The amount of dark blue is impressive. So many dark blue pieces that to this day is still exclusive to the set, including of course these projectile launchers. These are like my favorite things. I love these babies. It has stickers which people would think it's a bad thing, but the 2004 Alpha Team had a very unique visual feel. So the stickers on this one give it a bit more like a detail. You can definitely see a bit more like a cable thing, which does make this vehicle feel more man built. Pretty nice touch. Kinda a shame that they had to use way less printing, because the control panel on this one, it's really depressing. The 2004 ones had a unique printed tiles for the controls, but this one only has a just white gray tile and trans dark blue tile. It doesn't work that well. But you do get this printed windscreen, which was used to decipher the freezing orbs. I actually forgot to mention, the freezing orbs, the entire gimmick, is that if you put under the red scanners, the red would disappear, making the blue more prominent. And then you had to twirl the hand around, which has exact same printing, but the blue bug is gone, representing that the orb has been deactivated. It was pretty much the entire gimmick of the theme. This set has definitely a few gimmicks. I mentioned this whole missile. It does also have an extra seat, so that you can either put Z in that seat to control, or if you had other sets like me, you can put someone else in that seat to control it. The way they build this thing is really painful, because if you want to move this entire top part around, you have to make sure to not move this part around. Why? Because it very easily detaches. I wasn't even using much of my grip. It's very hard to put it back together again. So please be careful with this part if you want to get the set. It does have also extra lasers which use also retired lift arm type bricks, but if you play around with the set, you do not move these pieces around too much, because if you move them too much then it's gonna become very loose. It already happened before, which is why I ended up just replacing these lift arms and technic pins together so the vehicle will be more sturdy again. We also have these two small wing guns on the sides with a very impressive technic function that makes them move on the side and then up and down. I don't know if it's something impressive. Kind of wish they were a bit larger, but they do their job. They're more just there to make the more orange pop out, which works really well. And now, Alpha Mode, activate! Here comes Ice Shark, and it can swim through water and ice. And it's basically one of the smaller Alpha Team vehicles of 2004, but bigger and reverse. Overall, the vehicle is very plain, but transforming it to this is still way satisfying. It's very basic, it's not exactly masterpiece Transformers figures, but still playing around this all the time with all this transformation and all the clickety sounds.
Honestly, just gives me a ball.
How satisfying it sounds. It's so satisfying that, honestly, if you consider this set as shit, that's completely fine. You can leave a comment down below, and also maybe even leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Lego related content. So yeah, the overall build is, in my opinion, pretty great. The things that I will probably change, well, I will probably make it a bit more bulky, a bit more sturdy, and also I will give it a bit more movement. You can kind of move with these legs that I used for the transformation. However, I will make it a bit more bulky so that you can move around them a bit more, especially with how the Lego builds their mechs these days. I mean, they're all always just giant men, so well, actually, when you think about it, it actually makes this vehicle even more unique because it's not just a giant robo man, it's a giant robo. This set done, now I'm gonna review the instructions. Although ignore the holes, the overall design of the instructions is pretty good. It's a sort of reference to the 2004 in style, with all the sets having that swoosh on the side. If this one kind of keeping that sort of same swoosh, but upgraded with a more mechanized panel lining, showing the whole 1, 2, 3 transformation. The originals had their holographic card, but I guess for Lego it was too expensive. They sacrificed some stuff to make other stuff great, so I'm not exactly complaining. The background as well has a very sunset kind of feel. It gives it more of like a fire up, ready for battle effect. And the whole build is ready in 32 pages. Kinda surprising for how it's such a big set, you can build inside the entire thing in only 32 pages, counting the minifigures, without counting them and also this extra build. It's less than even 32 pages, but it was back in the day when everything was more simple. Then after you finish the build, then it shows you in this kinda very deep fried looking images how you can form this thing. Blizzard Blaster, Blizzard Tempete, Blizzard Blaster, why are they in English? Transforming into Ice Shark, recruiting these glasses, Tiburon de Hilo. But then after that, we have alternate builds, which used to be a main thing back in the day, with all the sets having at least 2 to make the sets a bit more, hey, you can rebuild the set into different things. Kinda shame because I really love when Lego was doing the alternate builds. It also what actually got me into making my own mocks. Never mind, look at this, a really cool mech, a Mecha Octopus, Ogle Mini Scorpion, I call him Baby Scorpion, and Mecha Snake, and was fragile as fuck. It's like if you were handling a real snake. So, overall, Blizzard Blaster is a fun looking set. Yeah, it doesn't have a very unique gimmicks. Well, I mean, like I said, the transformation going from up and down on an original was just down up. It doesn't exactly bother me that much. It does still make the vehicle very unique and special. The color scheme is honestly really great. The dark blue is one of my favorite colors now, thanks to this theme. And the minifigures themselves, well, I mean, the one of them isn't exactly that interesting. Well, I mean, if you're into making army builds, and the Z minifigure is really good. It's very unique, and also really like the metallic printing on this entire body. It makes him very special type of character, you know. And the whole hair thing, like, it's so unique. I'm really surprised nobody remembers this character. I guess because he's very forgettable. But overall, good set. In my opinion, 9 out of 10. Because it has a good build, pretty good minifigures, instructions also really good. I wish I also would talk about the box because it's like a flip up, the same thing that Exoforce just used to have. Also, that's what the minibots of your army were for.
Yes, my kind was supposed to drive in them, but Ogil was nowhere to be found during the planning stage, so I scooped up the seat.
Huh. Neat. I'd say it suits you well, Sid.
Thank you, so my Scorpion Orb Launcher is next.
Hey, watch it, lady. Did she just grow a finger? Nothing like a good tea to make you relax from the stress around this world, which I really try to ignore because who even cares about depression? Just ignore it. Be happy. Like, get something that you like, even Lego or comics or. Alright, what else I'm talking about? Oh yeah, now I'm talking about 4774 Scorpion Orb Launcher. But please subscribe, leave a like and comment because I want the channel to become popular, you know. Alright, so we have now review of Scorpion Orb Launcher. So now I'm talking about.
We need something stronger.
Come on, get in!
You built a pickup truck?
It's not just any pickup.
Of course, let's start with a new character, Super Ice Drone, which is exactly like Ice Drone, but super. There's definitely even less difference compared to the other character. The outfit's definitely got actually improved, which while I was saying in Blizzard Blaster, I didn't like the way they did the printing with the dark red being represented by using reddish brown. When I first got them in that minifigure, in the other sets, I thought it was some kind of misprint or like a cheap printing. In this one, they actually used dark red on the dark red side as it's supposed to. So why did they do that in the original? Well, like I already said, the whole muddy colors because the main characters and bad guys both use black as a primary color. So, but the symbol of the scorpion, woof, makes it more shiny, and then also an extra X on it. It definitely gives a very quirky, not exactly sci-fi, but a very quirky, unique looking design. This guy also comes with an exclusive printed black skull with red glowing eyes using that same half-tone-esque effect around the eyes. And it's really shame that it's exclusive only to this set because I hope it's so useful in the later set. Well, fun fact, I myself prefer more unique and more diverse kind of styles of the characters to make them feel more different instead of just being this guy is a guy, this guy is a girl, this character is big, you know.
Lofty, what are you doing?
Crack!
And the other character is just one of the agents. Which, fun fact, it's also in the second set that reflects appearance. So seriously, he looks like my father, but he was smiling. He looks like a Chinese knockoff of my dad, and I don't like that. But he also comes with these white shoes. I don't know how they're called. Which actually is part of this vehicle, which is.
Does TikTok connect to the Wi-Fi?
This parachute, this thing, what is it called? Hanglider, which for some reason is not color coded to anyone. Both the Alpha Team sets was on fire, and for some reason it dropped the color coding design that all of the vehicles had. Which if you see all the characters like I had color coded arm. Even the robot had a very cool color of the dark turquoise arm, which I use a kind of red color back in the day. And the vehicle of course just like the mech itself uses unique color coding pieces, that being this entire part being in sand blue. Sad we don't see those pieces being used in sand blue these days anymore, because I definitely could use some of them because well, the pieces break very easy, and also the whole break thing of this one is kinda annoying because when you apply the black character in, then this standard thing is so heavy that you basically need to place in a way that it stays on top of their head so that the character will not collapse. So if you like really want to have this set, I recommend also ordering a couple long trans clear pieces so that you can build some sort of miniature stand for the glider so that you will use it as a glider instead of just this character standing with the glider sitting right on their head. I will find it uncomfortable. Well, that was kind of quick. So now on to the vehicle, and it's surprisingly very well made. Well, it's actually smaller than the good guy's vehicle. Not by much. But I mean, I can really tell because most of the budget went into all these barnacle pieces. The same claw pieces, but also this one here in black. All these 6 barnacle leg pieces. Also multiple of these 2 hinge panels. And also these exclusive bubble cockpits in transmedium blue. It loses a lot of barnacle. It almost looks like a barnacle character, but done in a modern style. And like modern style, more like 2000s modern era. But the design itself definitely feels very rather kind of menacing. I mean, no, it's very robo animal. Whoa, scary. But it does have a very unique design, especially with the whole cockpit area. Since the way to open it, you have to move all of these things together. These parts actually don't even clip in all the way, because if they did, yeah, it's a bit kind of illegal building technique, but I mean, it's not exactly, I'm not gonna talk much about it. The whole cockpit itself also feels very dated, since there don't much even any controls except this flatly built control thing, which also kind of shame that this set was able to do like printed controls simply because there was no actual other printing used like in the agent vehicle. Even though I think they actually could use at least a sticker, for example here, so that there will be a bit of a pattern, which actually will go alongside the other Ogle vehicle from 2004 that also used patterns. But I mean, what can you do? Still, not a bad set. The thing that I prefer is that you use with this windscreen was either in black like this one, or it's kind of sticker. Maybe even have it in transmedium blue so that it has more of a transmedium blue as the character's color. Because this film for some reason it used barely any transmedium blue, unlike Agents that had at least a bit more of the use of trans orange in the original, which compared to this one, kind of shame. But the most interesting about this whole thing, well, were 2 things. One is actual shooting gimmick. You open this thing up. Have this tail thing as a scorpion. Mainly grab what I said is that you grab one of these orbs and you angle it specifically. If you move too much, then the whole orb would just drop. You prepare for like angle it in a specific way. I think this is like the best way, because if you angle it even a little bit down, then we'll just throw into right hitting this cockpit thing, which I hope it's the right way. And well, definitely didn't hit the vehicle, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna have to pick it up. But it's a good thing that they give us a multiple of the same orb. Although I still wish the entire vehicle was a bit larger, because I kind of wish there was a bit more to store, like maybe like 4 of them. But to be fair, then it would be kind of difficult to actually get the orb into the claw. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, nothing much really to say. It has a very interesting gimmick. It does have some unique dark red pieces, like this technique piece also being in only this set in dark red. These transmedium blue bubble cockpits, and also I guess this panel in black. I'm not really sure. Definitely these bubble cockpits in dark red is definitely the biggest highlight of this. Because like I said, this entire set is almost entirely barnacle. How much barnacle is used for this entire thing. But it does make it the most possible scorpion to this day. But the second best gimmick, check it out. The only time an ogre's vehicle has its own alpha mode, which is, by the way, name of the transformation for these vehicles, which I mean I already said alpha mode activate. Yeah, this is basically alpha mode. Very impressive for a bad guy to also have that. It kind of makes both sides on an equal level. It just makes a final battle a really awesome idea of what it could have been. The way the film kind of ended was very strangely. The whole comic that was American exclusive had that sort of final battle between Ogle and Zed. The actual character power doesn't even exist for some reason. Then Lego says who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, you decide. And they had some kind of competition to decide who's gonna win, who's gonna lose. And after the competition, nobody fucking knows. And after that, the film just died. So my overall this transformation is really impressive. although it is very fragile as well, because the whole balance is the most annoying issue. The best idea would just make the entire thing larger, which then will at least make a bit more of a lower chance for the vehicle to, well, collapse. At least I hope so. Probably this doesn't make changing nothing, and it just makes the thing even still the same way wobbly, but now even bigger. Oh, I wish I had money. Please commission me on my Twitter and DeviantArt so that I can have money to buy Legos and also work on my Lego related projects as well. Please, link in the description.
Let's have a word of encouragement from Chia-chan. You do your do, but...
Now let's talk about the instructions, which is a little smaller, on a kind of nicer looking squarish look. It still has that same effect that the Blizzard Blaster instructions had, that whole swoosh thing replaced with the mechanized panels, that orange hue on the background, the transformation gimmick being represented in this 1, 2, 3 instead of the holographic on the box. Now let's see how many pages it uses for building it. 21. Kinda terrifying, and that ends on the meme number. And then you have another transformation thing, so I guess these characters found the secret files of the bad guy's vehicle, which reveals that the Scorpion Orb Launcher, the Scorpion Lancero de Cheperes, Lanzador de Orbe del Escorpión, transforms into Viper Escape, Defense and Maleficure, La Fuga de Vibora. I hope I spelled them correctly, I don't even know what kind of language this is. And just like the other set of that final year, alternate builds. We have Alpha Team Midget, Robo Spider, Alpha Team Mecha Boy, Ogle Dinorex, Bionicle, Mecha Squid, which slivers on the ground, but it could be used as a boat. And that's it for the set. The set overall is not a bad design. It has interesting, well, gimmicks, the orb throwing, the transformation as well, which is pretty impressive because of the bionicle. I also wish the spider legs didn't exactly stick out so much on the back. It does kind of give a bony, scary look in that sort of eldritch horror kind of way. So it's not exactly very terrible, but I wish it was more breakable technique-wise rather than Bionicle, in the same way as Blizzard Blaster did it. The orb freezing orbs changed the stats from being trans dark blue to trans medium blue, I guess to show that they're stronger. There should be more trans medium blue on the vehicles. So compared to both the sets, well, the both sets are definitely perfect for anyone who is into Alpha Team and also wants to like epic mecha fights, which is why I recommend both these sets to be bought together. They aren't expensive because, well, in Alpha Team wasn't exactly as very popular. It's better to get both the sets used. Alpha Team's Blizzard Blaster, definitely I give it 9 out of 10 of how great it is, and Scorpion Orb Launcher, I give it 7 out of 10. It's still very good and very fun, but yeah. So yeah, that'll be all. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Check out my Twitter and DeviantArt for more of my art, and also talk to me if you want about my videos. Make sure to leave a comment to tell me what kind of sets I should review next even. I'll make sure to give you a shout out if you're interested, but there also happens to maybe some other sets that I want to review myself, including maybe some from next night as well. Next one is kind of shit, but so yeah. Sayonara, adios, have a nice day, night, and good night. Oh wow, I wish I could sell that transformation during our battle.
No, the unit is too fragile in this form, so I listed the programmers only use it when the unit is in a near critical state.
Huh, I guess that makes sense. Alrighty, how about we do rock, paper, scissors to see which one of us should be the winner in this 18-year-old battle?
I accept the challenge.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Hi everyone. I just want to say
thank you so much for 100 subscribers. This is a big milestone that I tried to achieve for almost a year. Basically a very long time. So a lot of changes happening around me and my social accounts trying to achieve that goal. So as of now, I'm gonna try to make a new review once every week. So I hope you will all enjoy the upcoming content that I'm gonna try and make as fast as possible. I also will launch a new channel, mostly focused on music, since I want to also be able to sing and stuff, you know. So look forward to that. So other than that, thank you for watching and have a nice day or night. Thank you so much for watching.